YouTube? It's Marty from the channel Budget Bugout, and in this video we're going to be unboxing this month's BattlBox, which is Mission 35 Jungle Survival. This is the January box, and we're going to be going over everything that's inside the Basic, the Advanced, the Pro, and the Pro Plus. So those different options have different costs. So if you just want to pay $24.99, then you get everything that's on the table in front of you, and I'll be going over that in a second. But if you wanted to pay a little bit more, $49.99, then you guys would get a couple more items, and then so on and so forth. So let me go ahead and walk y'all through this, and let me know what items that you guys like the most in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and get started with the first item, which is the Jungle First Aid Kit. And I have that right here. You guys can see it says Kit, Jungle First Aid. And in this, well, I'll talk about the sheath itself. So you can see it can attach to your gear or your belt. Inside you can see it has 2 elastic bandages. It also has disposable gloves, medical tape, band-aids of different sizes in here, as well as different sizes of gauze in the back. But I think what I'm going to do with this is throw it in my car. I also wanted to show y'all, this is a Cold Steel discount code, 50% off MSRP if you use that code, the BattlBox code, and that is going to be until the end of March at coldsteel.com. So that's a pretty good discount if you guys want to go ahead and steal this, and head over to coldsteel.com and you guys can get some of these awesome products. And I'll be showing y'all a Cold Steel product here shortly. So that is something I wanted to mention as well. We also have a sniper veil. So as the name implies, this is something that a sniper uses to keep itself camouflaged, concealed, so that it can be able to carry out its mission. So it's basically, you kind of throw this over your head, or you can throw this over your gear or your equipment, and kind of remain hidden a little bit as you are evading or egressing through enemy territory, or ingressing. Maybe you're going into to attack. So, you know, jungle survival, this would be kind of a worst case scenario where you actually have to use something like this, where you're trying to avoid being seen. A lot of times in survival situations you actually want to be seen, so do keep that in mind whenever you guys are making your kits. Next up, we're going to be talking about the insect repellent that comes into this kit. So it says Army type. That doesn't necessarily mean this is what the Army actually uses, but you can see that it's supposed to effectively repel these different types of insects, which is great. I think I'm going to include this in my airsoft kit because I was running low on insect repellent. So excellent. So that's the insect repellent. Let's move on to the Mosquito Head Net. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Not going to get into this too much, but you guys can see how happy this man is having his head protected by mosquitoes. That could be you. And then the last item in the basic box is the LED angled flashlight, which is this guy right here. It doesn't come with batteries. Now I will say that although I thought this was like an actual military spec one, whenever I compare it to an actual one, if you're holding this, you can feel that this is heavier, and it feels like a more solid construction, where this one feels a bit more flimsy. And whenever I'm, you know, unscrewing, whether it be where the batteries are housed or where the filters, the lens filters are, you have different colors here. I like red filter. There's different options here, of course, 4 different colors here. But if you want to save your night vision whenever you're out there hunting or whatnot, you don't want to necessarily blind your friend with this. So I prefer a more subdued approach myself. So that's everything that comes into the basic box. Now let's go ahead and go to what's in the advanced box. Alright guys, so these are all of the items that came inside of the advanced box, and honestly I think the advanced box is probably the best value this month, but let me know in the description box down below if you agree or disagree. First off, we have this hammock that also comes with a mosquito net. And if you guys are interested in either subscribing or you already have subscribed to the BattlBox monthly subscription service, then you should probably also subscribe to the YouTube channel where their VP of marketing shows you guys what's going to be inside each box shortly after they send them out. And Curran1776, who is the YouTuber that runs basically their marketing, he's the VP of marketing, he demonstrates the hammock, and he's pretty entertaining. He's a very charismatic, funny dude. So I think for nothing else, for entertainment, if you guys want to check out that stuff and see what gear that BattlBox is putting out every month. And also this month we have a kukri from Cold Steel. So what's cool about this, for me anyways, is that I already have this exact same make and model, so now I can dual wield these Cold Steel kukris. And yeah, it's very much like the one I already have, of course, obviously, where it has the diamond pattern handles, which offer excellent grip, excellent purchase, so that I can be able to wield this and hack limbs off of trees. But if you guys are familiar also with Resident Evil, she uses these to defend herself against zombies. So that recurve and thick belly on the blade makes kukri an excellent tool, especially for the jungle. So that is everything. All of these items are what's included of the advanced box. So now let's go ahead and cover what's included in the Pro box. Alright guys, so what's included in the Pro box this month are basically these tactical shin guards. So no, they're not really called that. They're called BattleTac Snake Gator / brush guards. But what these are designed for are any sort of creepy crawler critters, namely snake type of animals. If they were to, attack your legs as you're kind of walking past them in the jungle, unaware of their existence, then these are going to help mitigate that and protect your legs from an attack. So these are all of the items that are included in a Pro version of BattlBox this month. So now let's go ahead and dive into what the knife of the month is for those of you who have the Pro Plus. And inside of this box, y'all can see that there's a fixed blade knife from Ontario Knives. And unlike how the name sounds, Ontario Knives is actually an American company. But you can see that this has a rubberized handle, and you have a ridge back, a saw back spine of the blade, as well as a combination edge of both plane and serrations on the blade there. And it's kind of an interesting handle to blade ratio. The handles are a lot larger than you would probably think that normally goes with knives, or at least in my experience. It looks like, yeah, that's pretty much, it's kind of a spike at the bottom here, a little pommel, maybe for crushing acorns or whatnot. And then the sheath itself is mostly leather. And here you have a diamond sharpening stone, which of course you could also replace with some sort of fire starter, maybe magnesium block with ferrocerium steel or fire steel. Also, I was kind of excited to get another military flashlight, and although this is pretty bright, it feels kind of chintzy in hand, and even the first aid kit feels like it's not really great quality or necessarily quality materials. But I'd say other than that, the other items I'd say are pretty good, if not really cool. Maybe that hammock that might come in handy in the summer whenever those mosquitoes are about. And as much as I'm seemingly criticizing this kit, I think I'm actually going to be using a lot of these items, and like I said, spreading them throughout my different systems, whether it be everyday carry or camping or airsoft or zombie apocalypse. Never know. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I do know that, I'm looking at this from a business standpoint. It was probably a very difficult thing for a BattlBox to get everything at a low price point and get it out to the masses every single month. So sometimes I think they hit the mark, sometimes I think they miss it. This time I think a little bit somewhere in between. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Y'all stay safe out there, and remember, it pays to be repaired. God bless.